Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode where we dive deep into a transformative concept that might just redefine the way you live your life. It's called the art of prioritizing personal joy. In the bustling world we live in, it's all too common to find ourselves swamped by a myriad of daily responsibilities and commitments. These can range from demanding jobs, overbearing social obligations, to even the personal hobbies we once enjoyed but now find overwhelming. But what if there was a clear pathway through this chaos? Imagine for a moment that each of us could take a step back and examine every facet of our lives, our careers, our social lives, and our personal interests. Picture yourself gathering every single task, every commitment, and every minor chore. Visualize placing them in a metaphorical pile, right in the center of your living space. Now think about sorting through this pile, picking up each item, and asking yourself a crucial question. Does this make me happy? Does it truly add value to my life? If the answer is no, perhaps it's time to let it go graciously. What follows this simple yet profound action is the pathway to a simpler, more joy-filled existence. Now let's explore this concept even further. Beyond just physical clutter, imagine cutting through the mental clutter as well. Think about eliminating not just unnecessary tasks, but also draining events and even the taxing relationships that do not serve us. What if you could just drop them off at the curb of your life without a backward glance? By undertaking this cleansing process, we have the opportunity to reclaim our precious time, energy, and resources. And then we can redirect these towards the activities and relationships that truly matter to us, those that spark genuine joy and satisfaction. This is not just theoretical. I've lived this transformation, and I'm here to share this life-altering journey with you. I call this approach the Joy First Framework, a method that prioritizes happiness and well-being over societal expectations and unnecessary burdens. This approach is straightforward and liberating, and while it may sound a bit direct, it's rooted in genuine care for personal well-being. Before we dive into how to implement this framework in your own life, let's discuss what it means to truly invest ourselves in our daily activities. When we talk about investing our cares, we are referring to our time, money, and energy. These are resources that should be allocated towards pursuits that resonate with us on a personal level. For instance, take a popular TV show that everyone seems to be watching. If it doesn't spark interest for you, why would you spend hours watching it, follow its updates, or spend money on its merchandise? Personally, I choose not to engage with it because it doesn't align with my interests. This decision frees up my resources for things that do excite me, like my personal projects, quality time with loved ones, or pursuits in self-development. This selective engagement is what I like to call crafting a joy budget. It's a practical and effective strategy to ensure that your resources aren't wasted, but are instead enjoyed thoroughly. Let me share a bit about how I came to embrace this life-changing approach. A few years ago, I found myself in a state of utter exhaustion. Despite having a successful career as a senior editor at a major publishing house in New York, the satisfaction and happiness that I expected to feel were overshadowed by a profound sense of unhappiness. This dissatisfaction seeped into every aspect of my life, making even simple routines like getting out of bed or commuting on the subway feel like monumental tasks. Driven by this deep-seated unhappiness, I made a radical decision. I quit my job. This decision was not made lightly. It involved many sleepless nights, discussions with close friends, and quite a bit of red wine. However, the freedom that followed my resignation was transformative. By stepping away from the grinding corporate life that had been sapping my joy, I found the space to focus my energies on what truly made me happy. This included engaging in work that was meaningful to me, but in a completely different capacity, and eventually even relocating from Brooklyn to a tropical island. The changes I made were not just about altering my physical environment, but were deeply rooted in a mental shift. This shift involved a significant mental decluttering process, removing burdens and expectations that weren't truly mine to carry, and focusing on building a life that felt authentic to my true self. And now, I want to introduce you to a systematic approach to achieving this mental clarity, which I call the no apologies approach. The first step in this method involves identifying what matters least to you, those elements of your life that do not bring joy or add significant value. The next step is the liberating part. You simply stop investing your time, money, and energy into these areas. Trust me, the act of physically or metaphorically crossing these items off your life list is incredibly satisfying. You might be wondering, does this approach make me selfish? On the contrary, it signifies a deep level of self-awareness and a commitment to personal happiness. This method is about being honest, but also being polite. It's about declining without feeling guilty, because you are choosing to be true to yourself. So the next time you face a decision about how to spend your time or resources, consult your joy budget. Make choices that align with your happiness without feeling remorseful. Say no to the unnecessary without an apology. Picture your life being less cluttered and more enriched. This is not merely about refusing things, but about embracing a life that is rich with personal fulfillment and joy. And trust me, the rewards of living this way are boundless. By focusing solely on what truly matters, you will find that your days are not only less stressful, but also significantly more rewarding. And who knows? Adopting this approach might not only change how you manage your daily tasks, but also fundamentally alter your life's trajectory, leading to greater satisfaction and personal fulfillment. Thank you for tuning in. Here's to choosing joy and crafting a life that truly feels like our own. Until next time, remember, it's your life, your rules.